I'm going on a 10-day silent retreat, Vipassana in Thailand. And this is going to be my fourth time officially. I wanted to make this video because I really regret not documenting and capturing every thought, every process, everything before the journey. My first retreat was in 2018, and at that time, I I was very shy of the camera. I have to say that I was much more focused on actually just figuring out what journey I was on more than really sharing about it. But here I am in 2025, and I really feel like this is now the chapter to share everything that I'm going through. And I just feel like I'm not alone. My journey is a complete mirror for someone out there. So here I am capturing every thought of every second. So, okay, I wanted to share with you why I decided to go on this meditation retreat. I have been wanting to go on this meditation retreat since 2022. Um, Maybe even earlier than that, maybe 2021. After 2018, actually, okay, no. In 2018, I did my first Vipassana retreat, and then in 2019, I did two Vipassana retreats, a sitting and a serving. And then after that, I made a promise to myself that I would return to Vipassana at least once a year. However, COVID happened after 2019, and I couldn't really keep that promise to myself, and a lot of things got in the way, work, etc. I couldn't really go. And so today in 2025, I finally was able to make the time now that I'm not working in corporate, now that I have time, I'm near Asia. I finally had the time to go. And so I honestly really spontaneously booked this trip. I just went on a website search and found that there was this one course available starting in 2 weeks' time, which is very unusual. Most Vipassana courses are fully booked, even 2 to 3 weeks or even a month before. And especially in Thailand, even though they have a lot of centers, but it's just really in high demand. A lot of people attend these retreats and always booked. Thankfully, this one was open, and I think it's because it's not really near the city center like in Chiang Mai or in Bangkok. So it was kind of more in like an unknown city to me. And so I think that's why there was still space available. So I signed up right away, and by the time that I had signed up, I think I had about 12 days or something before the retreat started. And so today is the last day because tomorrow I'm going to be taking the flights. And yeah, how am I feeling? I think I'm really excited. I feel like this has been the missing piece in my journey for the last few years. I've gone through a lot in the last few years, working full-time corporate jobs and kind of integrating, not really integrating. It was more so just kind of exploring and adventuring into the corporate world, and then really felt like what either I lost myself or some pieces of myself there, or there were just some things that I didn't fully integrate from those experiences. So I just feel like this kind of really full on retreat will allow me to take the time to sit down and reflect and really think about the last few years journey that I have been on. I'm really craving for this, as you can tell. I didn't even put makeup on today or anything as I'm making this video. Like, I woke up and I'm like, okay, I gotta make this video. It's needed. I need to make this video. And yeah, I am really excited to go on this retreat, and I'm going to be very curious as to what's going to happen. I've also wanted to show you guys what I packed. So let's talk and go upstairs to my room. And this is my home. I also absolutely love my home space. it just feels like what my inner child would be so happy to have. So that is kind of my creativity corner. It's very colorful. It's got my books and all the things. And then, yeah, just the sofa and the dining room, the necessary stuff of the house. But this is our kitchen. Okay, I might as well show the whole thing, you know? Okay, so let's go upstairs. Basically, for me, my intention for this retreat is definitely to go within and reset something important that I haven't been able to reconnect with for the last few years. Okay, so, damn, this is gonna have to be a opposite video. Okay, guys, so I am basically only packing one backpack like this. This is the only one backpack I'm packing. And this is the bathroom stuff that I still haven't fully put in there. But basically, I've got my face wash, my baby perfume, it calms me, and my shampoo, my hairbrush. I've got my facial cream in here, and I didn't pack hair conditioner just because I'm not really sure about it. Like, I kind of really hate using conditioner. It just takes so much longer, even though it's really necessary for my hair. But a part of me is just kind of really lazy to bring that. I bought a new toothbrush. Normally I use like the electrical one, but I just got a new one because I didn't want to think about, like, you know, charging my toothbrush and all that. It's really cute. This one's pink. It's just, you know, a pink toothbrush that I found in the store. Nothing crazy. Bringing my little cup. I like to brush my teeth with a cup. Everything I have is pink. Like, I feel like sometimes I can be very serious, but actually a lot of my stuff is very kiddish. Like, even this bag is pink. And this is just like a bar soap. It is pomelo flowers. I don't really know. But yeah, basically that's what I have in there. Very simple, nothing crazy. And then this is my small microfiber towel. I more likely use this for my face when I wash my face, brush my teeth, that kind of stuff on a daily basis. And then this is my bigger body towel, also microfiber. Yeah, so this one is for the body. And honestly, you guys are gonna be really shocked, but I am only bringing like 2 outfits. One for wearing and one for switching. So this is my cardigan. This is my favorite cardigan ever. First, because it's my favorite color. It's just a very dusty, pale pink. Yeah, it's very loose, so I just feel very comfortable in it. So that's one cardigan. And then I have a purple scarf, similar color, scheme, tone, whatever. I bring this scarf for a very specific reason, because this scarf has been with me even in the previous retreat, and it's been associated with a lot of the spiritual journey that I have been on. So I'm bringing this scarf with me for good luck. This is just a regular black loose pants, super comfortable, that I'm gonna be wearing. I know it's really hard to see kind of like that, but just very loose pants. So this is, I'm bringing 2 pairs, so one I'm wearing and one I'm packing. So it's very, very minimal. So I'm gonna be wearing this while on the road. And, you know, just kind of a t-shirt, very simple. This is literally what I wear at home. I just wanted to be very comfortable during the retreat and make it feel like home. And then I brought a long sleeve, white, I don't know what you call this. It's very loose, but it does have a collar, but it's very loose. It's kind of like a summer little cardigan for me. I don't know. Anyways, this is for the time, because we have to really cover up ourselves in the retreat. So this is for that function. And then my underwear, I'm only bringing 2. And that's because I'm going to be just alternating and doing laundry. And I'm bringing 1 pair of socks because it's very warm and hot there, and I don't think I'll need it, but I might. And I'm bringing 2 daily pads. So this is also really good for just not having to switch underwear all the time. For the ladies, mosquito repellent, apparently very important, especially when you're meditating and you're just sitting still. Mosquito loves that. So, and lastly, my second and last outfit is just like this brown, also mostly long sleeves, just brown loose pants and matching shirt that is like a half long sleeves. So very simple, very meditation retreat vibe, very comfortable, very loose. And I'm bringing also a flashlight for when things get dark. And also a little baby wipes for on the road. Never know what's gonna happen. So basically, that's it. Yes, so that's basically everything that I packed. And now we're in my bedroom. So let's just stay here. I'm excited to see how I'm gonna feel when I get there, what's gonna happen, and kind of update you guys at the end of the retreat. But yeah, I feel like this one is gonna be a significant one just because I haven't gone back for a while, and there's just so much that has happened and so much growth that I've gone through as a person. So I just feel like, yeah, it's gonna be a big revelation of some kind. Actually, there is one thing that I wanted to also add to this video. Yesterday, I went to an art workshop series that I attended in Dalat for the last few months. And yesterday, we were supposed to draw about the joyful experiences in our childhood. I began by drawing something really beautiful and colorful, like a flower field, very joyful. But then that was a portal that led me to just naturally and organically started drawing out this storyboard and started writing about my Vipassana journey from 2018 and what led up to that and the childhood that I experienced that was very, very difficult. So yesterday, I will include a video here. Yesterday, I was crying a lot as I was writing and making that piece of artwork that was only for me more than for anyone. It was rough. It was just a rough draft. It wasn't something presentable, but it was something that was a beautiful ignition for me. To put together my thoughts for making videos. I remember the first thought that I wrote down on my document was that I've wanted to make videos for a long time, but my childhood was honestly very difficult. Like, I didn't feel emotionally safe or seen at home for the most part. I felt very scared and very lonely as a child. And I also didn't have a lot of friends. And honestly, I was just struggling internally a lot that I don't think I could have made any videos. I probably could, but I didn't for a reason. And I'm going to trust that. But when I wrote that down yesterday, that I've wanted to make videos for a long time, tears just started streaming down on my face. And I started crying uncontrollably as I was drawing out this storyboard of my Vipassana journey from 2018. And yeah, just it gave me this like whole perspective of the journey that I have been on and how grateful I am of my past self that has led me to this point today. And I know that the version of me sometimes in the future is going to be so grateful for the version that I am now as well. And I also saw how brave I was in every chapter of my life and all of the brave choices that I've made. Sometimes I look at the past and I admire her. She inspires me. Sometimes when I look at my past self and I draw inspiration and bravery from the choices that she has made. And yeah, I'm just so grateful for this healing journey that I have been on for myself to build this relationship with my inner self. And the life in Dalat here is really helping me tapping into the creativity and the artistry within me that I have longed to express and to use as a tools of both transformation and communication and relationship building. So I'm just so grateful. This is that chapter of my life. This morning I was just actually last night I stayed up until 1 a.m. just researching my current favorite artist that I'm watching here in Vietnam. There are currently two male artists that really inspire me. And what inspires me about them is their boldness, this kind of courage or confidence, and this magnetism. And this morning, it made me think about awakening those qualities in me even deeper, the inner masculine, the inner feminine, both, and also learning about the struggles that they face. There was one artist that said he felt like his journey is much slower and longer than others. He's been on the journey for 10 years as a growing artist, and a lot of people who has gone on the similar journey has accumulated a lot of fame or achieved a lot of success. But for him, he just felt like his journey has been very slow and very difficult. And it was also because he was struggling a lot financially. His family and his mom was a single mom raising him and didn't have a lot of money. So when I heard that story, it really reminded me of my own journey because my family struggled a lot financially and they still do. And I'm still the one to support them as much as I can, paying for my siblings, whatever that they need, that my parents cannot support them with, like buying them new pair of shoes for school or some school supplies, or paying for my brother's partial tuition fees for his swimming course, to be a lifeguard. So yeah, just, and then helping my mom paying for her car. So it's just, I really resonated with I really resonated with the story that he shared, and I really saw myself in it. And sometimes I also I also questioned why. It feels like I've been on this journey for a long time, and why it feels slow sometimes and it feels hard. And yeah, so learning about his story and his journey just really touched something deeper in me, and it gave me a lot of motivation to keep going. And it also helped me to see that no work is ever lost. Like I feel that the work we do on ourselves is never truly lost. It's not unacknowledged or unseen. It's just in the process. It's just in the process. So yeah. Oh my god, actually no, this is the second time I've cried on camera. Or maybe third, I don't remember, but uh I'm also learning how to be more vulnerable on the camera, because I feel like in the past I felt like I needed to be someone on camera to be taken seriously, or to be respected or loved. I don't despise that version of myself that felt that way. I just started to see her now, and when I just really held her, I just start to feel this part that just wants to be myself, like just to be vulnerable, just to be myself on camera. And even though that means not wearing any makeup, just woke up and make a video. um that's where I am right now with that. Oh my god. For the past few days here, it's been raining, and it's been very, very calming for me. And it was just a time to go inward and really reflecting, or just going into this space of reflection without actually reflecting, which is so crazy to think about. Like, you're going inward in this kind of more quiet, contemplative space, but doesn't necessarily mean that you're thinking. It's just you're processing and observing something inside, the inner journey. And it's been like that for me here for the past 2 days of constant rain and gloominess, which I actually really love. I love the rain. I love the dark, like gloomy sky. It's so calming for me. It just feels like the world finally rests, like the world stops trying to run around and being productive and being in this constant yang energy. Rain just feels so much like the yin quality that I really, really love. So yeah, my partner has also gone on a trip to Australia to visit his family. He's gone for almost a similar amount as I'm going on a retreat. So it will be very interesting to meet him when we are back again. I have a huge fear of losing the people that I love. I was in a car accident in September of 2024. And after that car accident, I started to have this really, really big fear of losing the people that I love. If we're talking about anxious attachment, it's like that got so intensely activated in me, to the point where I'm thinking about my family members' safety every single day. I pray every single day for them. And when I live with my partner, whenever he leaves for work, it's like my body cannot let him go. Like, I would go with him. I would, at that time I wasn't working, so I would work from like a nearby coffee shop and would hang out when he had free times. But the anxiety was so big for me. I was also seeing a psychologist specifically for that car accident. But the grief, the anticipatory, oh God, both the grief and the anticipation of grief got me really, really deep. And even now, like, whenever I'm in separation with someone that I love, it really activates this deep grief and fear of loss. I think it's going to be interesting because at first I thought that these feelings developed from the car accident, but I wonder if these were the fears that were already there when I was a child, fearing losing people, but also a very human, natural thing to have, just fearing loss and separation. I feel like all humans have that too. So it's just this kind of really deep period of learning a lesson on grief and on, I don't know, it's hard to name, like, it's loss and grief for me. Um, yeah. The past few days I've been able to sleep okay, sleep well here alone, but definitely just I know every day is a facing of this lesson for me. And a part of me is very scared that this fear is going to be really overwhelming during my retreat. Any of the past retreats that I've gone on, I've never really had any kind of overwhelming fears. It's been a lot of pain that kind of just motivated me to go. But this one, there's a kind of fear, really, humming in the background, not too obvious. Because I also know there is that deep need and desire and excitement, but there is a humming fear in the background of losing and grief. And I'm sure I'm going to face that in the 10 days. Oh man. Is there anything else I want to say? No, I think I'm just really excited to kind of meet you guys when I'm back and see what has changed and update you on how the journey was, really. So honestly, if you've watched this video, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting my journey, for watching this video. And yeah, thank you.